Hello lovely people, welcome back to the channel, Pots and Petals. It's Sunday morning, it's a dull and dreary day, I can't see any sunshine. We're due quite a bit of rain later today, so I thought I'd pop down the allotment and get some odd jobs done. I need to get some weeds out the ground. They seem to be sprouting up everywhere since the rain and the warm weathers. I need to clear out the poly house, ready for the summer stuff towards the end of the month. I could probably do with sowing some seeds, some sprouts and some kale. And I'm pretty sure we could find a few other bits and bobs to do as well. So if you fancy it, you can join me today. I'm getting the odd jobs, bits and bobs done down the allotment, and we'll see what we can get through before it starts hammering it down. So come on guys, let's get cracking. So this is one of the first jobs for today. As you can see, we've got field bindweed popping up absolutely everywhere. Now if it wasn't quite prolific and drowned so many plants out, it's actually quite a pretty little flower. Like a mini bindweed, just pink and white flowers. So as you can see, I've dug the path out a little bit in between the middle, so I just now need to weed all along here, but I need to also watch out for the self-seeded sunflowers. I've got a few. That's one, and oh, I've got another little one there, and a third one here. So I need to keep an eye out for those. I don't want pulling up the sunflowers. But yeah, we're gonna give it a go and see if we can get this bed cleared, ready for some crops to go in. So come on guys, let's see what we can do.
there we have it. All weeded. The path is being mulched. You might have noticed that I didn't weed too much along there. I'm not too fussed about the paths, but the actual beds are weed free. Now I've just got to figure out what I'm going to be planting in here. I remembered to leave the sunflowers in, the amount of times I've dug up seedlings, but yeah, first job of the day complete. Let's see what is next. Come on. Now, I only popped this fern in last weekend. It's right down by my pond, and I don't know if you can notice, but there are tiny little mayflies, or I don't think they're dragonflies, but there's 1, 2, 3 underneath him, 4 just in there, and number 5 and 6 are just down there. You can see that. So this little fern, it's quite the habitat for the wildlife, so I think I've picked the right spot for it. So if you can see that there, that is what would have crawled out of the pond, so the nymph, and would have turned into one of those mayflies or damselflies. So that is the exoskeleton that it's shed, and then it turns into one of these beauties. Incredible. Metamorphosis, I believe it's called. Incredible. Right, I think this is our next job. Give the polyhouse a good tidy up, ready for the summer crops. So the tomatoes, the cucumbers, chilli will go in here, a melon. So yeah, all the hot, warm loving stuff. But first we need to get these weeds out. So yeah, let's get that ticked off our list. So that's the polyhouse cleared. Another job off the list. Now you'll have to forgive me. I let this fig dry out in the summer. I didn't water it enough and I think it's died. So need to figure out something to replace in here. Any ideas for something that can live in the polyhouse maybe? If not, I can just use the pot somewhere else in the garden. But I've managed to clear all the weeds up in here. Ignore the spare compost, and then there are all the weeds. So I've just got my seedlings out here. I think we've got some good nights on the go, so I might leave them out for the night. We've got some lettuce, some chard, some spinach. These are all different sunflowers. Some of them don't seem to have done too well. That could just be me in the watering. And then over here we've got our different flowers. So we've got some marigolds, not French, just your standard marigold. We've got cosmos, some straw flowers, So we should be alright on that front. So we'll give them a water. But that's another job ticked off the list. What's next? So this is little allotment cat, ain't you? Hey, sweetie? And he or she hasn't got a name. It's just cat. And yeah, she has been coming here for about 4 years. Now she doesn't. I'm gonna call her she because she's a she to me. Hey, she doesn't come down as often anymore, but always have some biscuits for her. She's a noisy little thing, ain't you? Hey, hey. But I was a bit worried about her because she had a cut on her back, but it seems to have healed. So I haven't seen her for a few months. I think she's feral, but she does eat the voles and the rats down here. So but that's her. Little friendly visitor I get to see every now and then, hey? Say hello to the camera. Yeah, good girl. But yeah, I look after her the best I can down here. Anyway, better do some actual gardening. So we're going to sow some brassica seeds today. Better late than never. We've got some purple sprout and broccoli, and we've also got some Brussels sprouts, Brendan. What I've done first of all is I've sieved some normal multi-purpose compost. You want to do that just to get rid of all the chunks of bark and other debris that can be in there. Because once your seeds start to grow, the roots don't really want to be popping through or trying to grow through big chunks of bark. So if you want to give your seedlings the best chance, I do recommend sieving your compost through. So we're just going to fill this seed tray up. Right up to the top. But you don't want to forget to firm them all down. You don't want it to be too loose in there for when your seedlings germinate. They do want something to anchor their roots into. So just press each of them down lightly. You don't need to be too hard. And yeah, just go through each of them and pat them down like this. Then once that bit's done, you just want to top it up ever so slightly with a bit more compost. So just grab a little bit more, sprinkle it over the top. Just like so. Make sure that they're all nicely filled. And what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 seedlings per cell. Once they've germinated, if they both germinate, we'll just snip off the one that we don't want and just leave one to grow per each cell. Do 2 just in case one fails, and then that way you're more than likely going to have at least 1 plant per cell. Now I won't need all of them, but it's better to have too many than not enough. So right, I'm going to do the sprout and broccoli and the Brussels sprouts. Okay, so I might have ended up with a few more sprout and broccoli because I didn't have enough Brussels sprouts. But brassicas are brassicas, and I'll just give plenty away to fellow plot holders. So what we want to do now is cover the top with a sprinkling of compost to just cover those seeds up. Now I find that brassicas, similar to a radish, just come up. Germination is normally pretty good, so you should have plenty. Now what you want to do next is give your seedlings a nice water in to get them going. It's the water that tells the seed, right, it's time to germinate, along with the heat. So let's just move these bits out of the way. Now this is one of the most handiest seedling bits of gardening equipment I probably have, because if you use a standard watering can, the water flow is way too much and your seedlings, seeds can just spill over the top. So I found this on Amazon, fairly cheap. You just pop it on the end of a bottle and away you go. So we'll just water these in. And then we just want to pop it on a tray, and then that just needs to go. To be fair, it probably doesn't need much warmth, but I will just pop it in the poly house just to get it going a little bit quicker. So we'll go and pop them in there, and fingers crossed we'll have some brassica seedlings soon. Whilst we're here, I thought I'd show you the pineberry bed. So this was only planted last year, and I let the runners go, which you're told not to save energy, but I've got quite a few plants this year, and all of them, well, most of them, are flowering. So I think this year is going to be a great pineberry year. Last year we got quite a few, bearing in mind they were only planted last year. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. They taste very much like a strawberry, just a little tartar. I sort of get pineapple, but nothing like actual pineapple. But they're definitely worth a try. They do grow like mad, so find a nice spot for them. But going to be a good year for strawberries. So that's all for today, folks. I've managed to get through quite a few jobs. Got the brassicas in, well, the seeds, planted them up, cleared a bed, remulched a path. So yeah, I'm happy. Oh, and we got the poly house sorted, ready for the summer stuff. So I'm happy with that morning. I might just do a couple of bits before I go, but I want to get home before the rain starts. Anyway, have a good day, whatever you're up to, whether you're down the garden or even if you're stuck indoors today. So enjoy it, and I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, and don't forget to drop a comment below. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.